So, you put in all this work and you get here and it's just different. So you're trying to relearn some things, and just the techniques you've been working on don't work in some corners. So yeah, it's constantly evolving just every lap. I mean, we've only got 10, 15 laps on the racetrack, and just makes it hard to learn the racetrack for sure.
Do you expect somebody like SVG to, because he's saying, he thinks there could be 9 or 10 different guys that are legit front runners. Does the fact that no one's raced on it kind of even the field at all, or does it actually do the opposite and make somebody like him have an advantage?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a little bit of both. He's got obviously a lot of street course experience, which just is a little bit like a street course, right? But it does open it up because, I mean, he's definitely whipped up on us pretty bad, but there's still a lot of really good road racers that, have been able to, at least run somewhat close to him. Where here, with it being a new track, it is kind of wide open because you could come here and, Trackhouse's setup could just be way off, right? And like, no matter how good you are, if your setup's that far off, you're not going to be able to carry that. So it does open it up a little bit in that sense. But at the same time, I mean, Shane is one of the greatest road racers I feel like in the world, and where he really shines is just tire conservation, and you're going to want that tomorrow. This place is just, it's like Darlington and Old Atlanta had a kid, and it's like really, really bad. Like it is that slick and just wears the tires out that bad. So that's his strong suit for sure.
It's a fantastic analogy.
Yeah.
Hey, Chase, so the military and NASCAR have always had this strong affiliation and partnership. So now we're here on a base,
Yeah.
racing on a military base, all this equipment around here. So kind of just give me a sense of, as a driver, we've been talking about this for a year now. We're actually here. What does it feel like to be here on this base racing in a race tomorrow?
Yeah, it's kind of really unique from my perspective, just because I came here, I guess it was almost 8 months ago, and did the original video just to announce the race, and it was like this total idea. Like there's just a couple rumors going around, and a very small group of people knew that it was going to happen. And then, fast forward to 3 or 4 months ago, and we come and film the movie, and things are starting to come together. Like we know what the racetrack is now, and then now to see it all come to fruition is pretty wild. Just because I've been here, I feel like kind of from day one of it. So it's been really cool to see it all come together. The event itself is bigger than I even realized it was going to be. Just like going through the midway, even on the way here, it's just there's a lot of people, and it's pretty awesome just to see how many people I would say are not your average just typical NASCAR fan that watch every week, and certainly have never got to see it in person. And I think this can be the thing that ignites them to be a fan. Just the experience itself. It's not really about the race this weekend. It's about the event, and this event I think is going to be one of the greatest things that NASCAR's ever done.
Are there any ideas you think for the future that you'd want to see NASCAR execute similar to this?
I don't know. I don't. It's going to be hard to top this one, especially with it being 250th year of America. Like this is going to be a very patriotic weekend, and just I feel like it's going to really move the needle for the sport itself outside of just our world. So yeah, I don't know. I think for NASCAR to continue to do something similar to this, or going to Chicago, really bringing the race to markets that they don't have an opportunity to have a racetrack at, and just go and build one. I think it's something that we honestly probably should do every year, and just move it around. I know it's costs a ton of money, but I do think it really does move the needle for the sport.
When Jimmy Johnson was in here this morning, he said, given how his practice went, he